knows I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements.
Oh, he's going there. Welcome to my channel, I'm Jason. And Chris Rock just finished his live Netflix special, Selective Outrage. I thought it was really funny. But I've got the Will Smith and Jada parts for you right now. I had to edit them a little bit, and I'm going to talk about them. You can watch the whole thing without interruption on Netflix, so don't complain, and I'm just trying to give it to you. We kept asking, is he going to go there? Is he going to go there? Well, he went there, so let's break it down. Stand up a special live special Netflix. I do think you should watch the whole thing. There was a whole Meghan Markle bit, and I'll post that tomorrow. For now, though, let's look at Chris Rock's responses to Will Smith. Here we go.
Well, y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith. Last week, I got smacked at the Oscars by this mother. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears.
But we've heard all those jokes before.
But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. Couldn't believe it. And I love Men in Black. No.
And everyone was wondering why I hadn't done those interviews. Well, it was really smart. Because he's like, I'm not playing the victim, he hit it. I cut it a little, he really hit it. You'll never see Chris Rock crying on Gayle King about getting slapped by Will Smith. Never, never. But
it's never gonna happen. No. I took that hit like Pacquiao, mother. And people are like, well, you guys are fighting all the time. We're not fighting. First of all, I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me.
You could see that in the action photo, but everyone thinks they were fighting and that it was a fight.
We're not the same size, okay? Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part? He played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City.
Now, he's been testing that joke a lot. We knew that joke was coming, but he delivered it strong, even in the finale here as he went live. There must have been a lot of pressure on performing this live, and I'll tell you more about that in my review, but he did a good job overall.
Will Smith practices selective outrage.
This was the point of the whole show, and I recommend you watch it all. He did make a joke about Michael Jackson that I didn't like, but he's not the same as R. Kelly because R. Kelly was actually convicted of a crime. They're fine with it, and he talks a lot about Meghan Markle in relation to this and other things, but I want to play what he's going to say next, because it all led up to it. At the end of his stand-up bit, he talks about how Will Smith shows selective outrage, and I knew, it's about to go down.
Everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I didn't have any entanglements. His wife was her son's friend, okay? I normally would not talk about this shit, but for some reason, these put that shit on the internet.
Red Table Talk is like a weekly installment of them talking about it and talking about it with their kids. It's frustrating what Jada keeps putting out online, and, Will doesn't like it. We did a whole video on it. Go watch this one again. Will wanted her to put that phone down, and he refused, so Chris is going to lay into her.
I have no idea why two talented people would do something that low down. We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television.
It's bizarre. It's so strange and so smart because these are facts, not like he's being salacious here. This is stuff they've put out into the world themselves.
Hey, I was sucking somebody else's. How did that make you feel? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Everybody in the world called him a Charlemagne called him a and the Breakfast Club called him a and The View. Everybody called him a They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a
Now the audience, that's what he's doing. It's kind of like he's calling them on through everyone else. It was calling him one, his wife, a predator. Man, he's leveled into them.
And who's he hit? Me. A he know he could beat. That is some ass.
This is where things get interesting. I've got about a minute left, and you can tell he's been holding this in, and he's ready to unload, and they're live. And at one point in this montage, he messed up. I trimmed it for him, but, I'm sure he'll fix it in the edit of his stand-up specials. But he gets a little flustered at one, because you can tell it's probably a relief for him to get all of this done.
whatever. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host. She said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. So then I do some jokes about her. Who gives a That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it, okay? That's what the happened. Nobody's picking on this. She started this. She said me, a grown-ass man, should quit his job because her husband didn't get nominated for concussion. And then this gives me a concussion. I love Will Smith. My whole life, I love this nigga. I love this. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this mother. Okay?
We're all sorry for interrupting, because it's like, I'm sorry we hear a commentary watch unexplained over on Netflix, and you should watch it. This is an advertisement. Go check it out. We were all cheering for him. That was such a bummer. And we were looking at Jada, wondering why you were so bothered by that G.I. Jane joke, which he never mentions, by the way.
And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. Got me rooting for Massa, okay? Hit him again, Massa. Hit him again. And a lot of people go, Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
That was it, that even though he stepped off stage and saved it for the end, don't fight in front of white people. Yeah, it got Will in trouble. I got Will in trouble. Look, I think this was a really, really good set from Chris Rock. The whole show is great. I gotta say, I'm impressed, and I think it's okay. He unleashed there. This is how he punched back. He had no choice but to refer to him as a B. I'm sorry, I can't say the word. He said a lot. He's trying to be careful because he said it a lot. He had to do this. He had to do this, in my opinion, because Will Smith Damascus masculated in front of everyone. That is so embarrassing for him, for Chris Rock. And he had to lash back, and this is how he did it. Mighty has now been. Many of you will disagree with me because you will say Jada Pinkett Smith deserved it. And she is a B. Could he have maybe chilled on that one? He said nobody would think about this B. He probably could have chilled on that, and it would have been a little bit more professional, but you can just tell. He felt it good. I couldn't hide it, so... I mean, there's clearly more to this story than I'll ever know. He did. He's true. This all stemmed from this concussion issue. And the Oscars, were they, Oscars so white? And Jada was really mad. You shouldn't be supporting them. And Chris Rock's, why, what are you talking about? This is a concussion issue. I've got a job. I'm going to get paid, and I'm not going to stop just because your husband wasn't nominated for an Oscar. And that's where I guess this started. There was a little bit of a feud between the two of them, and he is true, he did. I wish he had addressed G.I. Jane or Maid. He didn't go there, which was interesting. He does seem to have cleaned up the emancipation joke. For those who didn't notice, he actually, that joke leaked, and then a lot of people were criticizing him, and they were like, man, Will Smith was correct. There's been a lot of pro-Will Smith PR in the weeks leading up to this, with people saying Chris Rock is the worst. And this just proves it. And you can tell he toned it down a little bit, and the way he said it... But yeah, I mean, I think he did a really good job, and he could have gone even harder. He could have gone even harder. He went, and what was great about is him going that salacious seeming part about cheating and his kid's friend, they put it out there. Like they kept addressing it, and we're on a TV show. So I think that gave Chris an opportunity to say, yeah, I'm going to call this out. All these people were calling you out. Then I stayed away, but I'm the guy who took it out on... Yeah, I mean, this was all fair. Now, Will hasn't apologized several times. Will is moving forward. I think Will should have the right to move forward. I think Chris has gotten it out of his system. I'm hoping this is the last of it. This is hopefully the final chapter. But Chris did exactly what we expected him to do. He hit back hard. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll be back with the Meghan Markle bit as well, so don't miss my reactions to that. Hit the bell for alerts, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. I want to hear your comments down below. Was this too far or not far enough? Is what I mean. Sorry for the lateness. It's almost midnight, but I'm getting this out to you right away because I promised. Stay tuned. You're going to see a lot more here on this channel.